Meet n8n, an open source no code automation sidekick. Build custom workflows in minutes, drag, drop, deploy, trigger actions across your favorite tools without writing a single line of backend code. Whether you're building a side hustle or managing at scale, n8n gives you the power, flexibility, and the control. This isn't just automation, let's build it with n8n.
In this video, we will be doing an n8n workflow of how you can run an automated faceless YouTube channel. The process is very simple. It's a simple 3-step process that you can do. The first one, get your ideas for your videos, right? The second one, use the QuickReel API to generate unlimited videos with it. And third, setting up the n8n workflow where you can just let it run automatically, and within a month or so you will get 1 million or 2 million views easily. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Here we have a workflow of n8n which I'm calling the TTV, the text to video pipeline. It's a really simple workflow, right? You have your trigger here. I would say that if you're doing it, you should not use manual trigger. You should use a scheduled trigger. Run it automatically within 1 hour, once a day, once a week, whatever you want, right? And then the next step is very simple. You just have a node which generates the prompt and the visual style. Now to make you understand better what a prompt and a visual style is, right? So a prompt is nothing but your video idea, what do you want to talk about, what do you want to generate, right? Your idea, the basis, the theme of the video, right? If you want to achieve high views on your channels, you must have high retention ideas. What are high retention ideas? High retention ideas are just the ideas which are very either controversial or which trigger some emotion in the viewer, which can make them view the video much longer than normal. Now let's see how we have added the video idea prompt and whatnot, right? For this, I'm using an OpenAI node here, which is very simple. You can just connect your OpenAI account here. The step is very simple. Either you can use n8n free OpenAI credits or just add in your API key, which you can get on platform.openai.com, where you can log in right here. And after logging in, you will see your API keys which you can use. By the way, you need to add some sort of top-up into the OpenAI platform where you will get access to that credits, right? So right now, as you can see, I have some $20 in the account, and I can go here and I can go into the API keys section, right? Mind you that the API keys are only visible ones, so you must copy and paste it somewhere safe, right? So here you can just click on generate a new secret, right? Let's say test n8n, right? Project, you can choose any, right? Let's keep it the default one. You give it all permissions, that's cool. You just click on create and the API key is created. You can just copy it and just come back here, create a new credential, right? You can paste in your API key, organization ID, which is optional, you don't need to, and just save it. It's as easy as that. By the way, I'm going to be deleting this API key, so don't try copying it, right? So once that is done, here we are. Our resource is text. What do you want to do? We want to message a model, right? Which model do you want to message, right? I'm going to be using 4.0 mini here, but you can also use 4.1, GPT 4.0 or GPT 4.1 mini as well, right? Now comes the best thing about it, right? The prompt that you have. I have added a very easy prompt. The entire reason prompt just does what? It generates a video idea for you and also sets a visual style on how the video should look like, right? That's the entire thesis of it. The prompt reads out, you need to generate one 30-second video script idea prompt. So the script will be written by another LLM call. We are right now getting the best possible idea for it. You need to keep it random and interesting. Don't add many symbols, keep it in a paragraph. Also, you need to provide a visual style based on idea. So what is visual style? Visual style are the options which are used for video generation, right? These options include realism, anime, cyberpunk, comic, fantasy. Now you will question where these visual styles are coming from. Let me take you to the QuickReel API. This is where the entire video will be generated, right? You just have to go onto the docs.quickreel.io. Once we're down here, we'll just click on text to video. You can see these are the type of videos that can be generated with audio, visuals and everything, and I'm sure these will get a lot of views, right? By the way, if you're not a coder, this is not entirely technical. You can just try the API here if you want to try, right? You just have to enter your API key, use a default voice ID, right? The webhook URL, which is basically will use of the n8n, right? And the script, that is we will generate with the LLM, right? So now to get the QuickReel API key, what you need to do is just go onto the quickreel.io website. Here you can see get started for free. Once you click on it, you will see a sign up screen where you can just sign up with either email or with Google account, right? I'm using Google. So once I'm signed up, I'll see that what my current plan is or something. You will have some credits here which you can use, right? I'll just click on my profile icon, then click on manage your account. Once there, I will see my workspace and all of the billing plans and everything. I'll just change my workspace to Ayush workspace, right? You will get an option to create it right there. Once there, you can click on QuickReel API and there your key is there. You can just copy it and use it whenever you need it, right? So coming back onto the n8n workflow, right? Whether this was a prompt and for the system and this is a user prompt. Okay, here we have the user prompt that is giving one video idea about a random controversial thing. You can change it to give you any sort of niche specific topics. For example, if you want to use sports stories, you can do that. If you're gonna go for horror stories, if you're gonna go for any of the fantasy stories, so you can do that as well, right? I'll just use this. I'll just execute this step to see if everything is working fine, right? By the way, we have a manual trigger connected here. After executing it, we get this. So create a 30-second video exploring the heated debate surrounding the implications of artificial intelligence in creative fields, right? People do listen to this, right? So and the visual style is sci-fi. That's good. Let's go into the next step. The next step itself is a node of OpenAI, which is a script writer. What we'll do here, we'll again choose GPT-4o mini. And here's a prompt, right? You can use it. I'll have every prompt, the n8n workflow, all down below in the description that you can check out. No worries about that. You will just have to write about the prompt, how the model needs to generate the story, special characters or something like that to generate in a simple language. That's what the users love, right? So once that is done, we'll just use the prompt from the previous step as a user prompt to generate a video script for this, right? How you can do this? You can simply click the prompt and just drop it down here, and then again, this is that easy, right? Again, once that is done, we'll again execute this step to check how this is going, right? We have our output here. That is, the content is there. In an era where machines can create art, a heated debate has surfaced that which artist again technology, right? On one side we have traditional artists, right? This is cool, awesome. After that, our next step comes in. The step is a very simple step, which is where the magic happens. The video gets generated. That is a QuickReel text to video API. It's a very simple API, which is just a HTTP method node. You can come in here, you can search for HTTP, right? You can click on here. This is the same, right? You can choose the method at post. The URL is this. You will get all the information about what URL to put in on the docs.quickreel.io, the API reference for text to video. You can copy the URL from here and paste it onto the workflow. Authentication, you need to keep it none, but in the specify headers tab, you need to add a header parameter that is x-api-key. This is where you need to paste your QuickReel API key that we just got, right? And send body is true, and the body content type will be raw. The content type will be application/JSON, right? We'll just quickly look into how and what we are sending it, right? So here is how we are sending it. This looks scary, but you can get the entirety of it onto the docs.quickreel, right? So voice ID, visual style, subtitles, additional, blah blah blah, right? You can get any of it, right? So here I'm just sending this. The script is, again, we have used from the script writer node, we have used the content. As you can see, is a simple drag and drop, not an issue. The voice ID, we have kept it at default. You can experiment with different. The visual style, again, is from the first node, if you remember, right? We'll just open this up, and here, besides the prompt, we have the visual style. We can just drag and drop here, right? As simple as that. Webhook URL is where you will receive the video after it's generated, right? So in n8n, we have a node called a webhook. I'll just quickly show you. Webhook, you just need to search for webhook and add it. The entire job of the webhook is just to receive requests from any other sources across the internet, right? So here we have the test URL and the production URL as well, right? Similarly, I did this one, but we don't need this one actually, right? I'll just delete it. This is the webhook that is created. I'll just quickly show you. For the sake of this, I'll just use the test URL. You just need to copy it. Once it is in production, you need to use the production URL as well, right? So again, coming on here, this is a webhook URL, as you can see. This is again a test URL only. I'll just put in a test URL, just paste it, and you keep everything as default as on the website itself. It is done. You can see how the result will look like. Once that is done, we'll again execute this. After execution, we got a 200 status code, that is the request has been received by QuickReel, right? And the project ID as well. Now, some fun thing that we added to it was basically you need to keep track of what the videos that you created are and where they are, right? So we have added a node, Google Sheets node, which you can get just if you come here, type in Sheet, Google Sheet, you can connect your account and everything like that. What you need to do specifically is we need to choose the append or update row in Sheet. That is basically you need to connect your Google account, right? After connected it, we will have to just choose a sheet within document, right? The append or update row is selected, that's cool. Now you will have to choose your document, what document you wanna add everything to, right? In this case I have n8n I already created, right? And this is how the document looks like. It's simple. I just created this. I have added the ID, video URL, thumbnail URL, script, video style, and time, right? These kind of things. The main is the project ID and the video URL only, right? So once you create, let's say, a new sheet with the name of anything you like, add all these headings. Let's come back, right, to the workflow. You choose it, and the sheet is the text to T2V. That is, again, if you come down here, you see that sheet that is text to video. You can create multiple and have a lot of different projects in one single sheet only, right? Now once we are here, all of the headings that you saw, these will be down here, which you can just use whichever ones you like, right? You can call them to match on ID. That is the unique identifier of each video. For us, this is the ID that we got from QuickReel, right? I'll just show you what the current looks like as well. It's simple. You have the column to match on is the ID. We have included the ID here. The script, obviously, we got from the previous step. The visual style that we got from the last to last step, right? We have added all of it and not the other things because we'll add them later on. So we'll just quickly click on execute step and you will see the ID is 841, right? It is right now adding, and if we come back onto the sheet, you will see that it is already added the 841 with the script in an arrow where machine can create art, something like this, right? And the visual style is sci-fi. Cool. Now we'll just have to wait. The video request is sent. What we'll do is to test the test event, we'll just listen to the test event. We'll just click on this button, and right now this webhook is listening for all the requests to it from anywhere on the internet as well. Where we got the API key from, if you go into the homepage, you will see a text to video project is creating with the help of API. Everything is written down here, right? You can see the title is already set up as art versus AI. Can they coexist, right? This was created about 3 minutes ago. Cool. This is our project. We'll let it done. It's already 53%. It will be done in a minute or so. Awesome. So we have got the response back from the QuickReel API. Here you can see how the output response looks like, right? Here's a bunch of code that you don't want to see. And in the body of that request, you will see a project ID. That is what was created once the request was sent to the QuickReel API for the video, right? So we have the project ID, the video URL, right? And the thumbnail URL. This ID is the actual video ID that you don't need to take care of, right? This is the only project ID that matters to you, right? Awesome. Let's go to the next step and see how this goes, right? By the way, this webhook request has to be a post HTTP method, right? With exactly what? Nothing, just this is it, right? You just have to send the response data as success as well, right? Awesome. So here in the next step is again a Google Sheets node. This Google Sheets node is important because it will add the video URL as well as the thumbnail URL to the already edited script and project ID. This is simple, right? You go again, do the entire process, choose the document as n8n, the sheet as text to video sheet, right? And here again the column to match on is ID. ID is again a project ID, remember, right? So here we come down here, we see the outputs tab, right? First of all, in the ID section, we'll use the project ID because the project ID will match. The video URL has to be the video URL. Here we have it. And the thumbnail URL goes from here, right? It's a simple drag and drop mechanism, so you don't need to worry about it. Awesome. So let's just execute this once and see what it gives us. And it's done. If we go back onto the n8n sheet, we can see into the project ID that was 841. The video URL ID as well as the thumbnail URL are added. The script and the visual ID was already added previously. Awesome. So here we have everything. Let's see how the video looked, right, in its downloading.
In an era where machines can create art, a heated debate has surfaced that pits artists against technology. On one side,
This looks awesome. The visuals is really good.
frustration, healing
And even the background music really suits well for this video, right? And it contains the sci-fi look of the video. Awesome.
personal touch and emotions that only human beings can convey.
Really cool.
We also map art to an
Is that movie? No.
awareness, suggesting that it opens doors to new forms of expression.
Awesome. So these are the type of amazing videos that you can create with just a touch of a button, right? Now you're really close to completing this automation. Just bear with me, okay? So again, onto the workflow, the data is added and boom, I think you're done. So here we have 2 additional steps that I don't think you need to take care of, but I'll just say it anyways, right? This steps basically does what? This is a code node on the n8n which does what? It calculates how many videos have been done previously and then gives the response. If let's say if we cross more than 10 videos, I will receive a WhatsApp message on my phone that hey boss, 10 videos are already done, you can watch them here, right? So I don't have to go to the sheet or something like that. I won't go into the detail of it all. I'll just show you what the node looks like. This is a WhatsApp node. This shows you what text message you wanna give, what kind of data that you wanna give onto the message, and just I'm gonna blur that number. Anyways, so yeah, so here this is all done, and this was as easy as that, right? Now, what do you do if you want to let it run automatically without you clicking a button, right? You don't want to click a manual trigger every time, right? So let's just remove this manual trigger, go on to here. Let's do one scheduled one, right? So scheduled trigger, here, let's say you want to run it for days. You can run it even on every hour, every 7 hours, every 10 hours, right? Whatever. Let's do every 10 hours, right? Every 10 hours, one video request will be made to the QuickReel API. That request will create the video from QuickReel and post it onto your social. The posting mechanism is not here, but I'll add it into the next video. So here, the schedule trigger is added. I'll just quickly take it here and connect it to the generate prompt. And boom, it is there. Now, one more thing is remaining. If you remember what we did, we passed the test URL into the QuickReel webhook URL API request, right? So we'll just come here, we'll just copy the production URL. The production URL is almost the same, just removing the test there. We'll just come here. If you look at it, this was the previous webhook URL. See the test here? If you paste the production one, there's no test, meaning this is the production URL, right? This is cool. Awesome. This means the webhook is done. Now only one thing, a click of a button, that is this workflow is now active. Every 10 hours, this scheduler will hit a request that will generate a random prompt idea, and from that a script will be generated, and with this script and visual style, a video will be generated, which then again will be added to your n8n spreadsheet that we just saw, right? So this is a tutorial how you can automate your entire YouTube channel. And trust me, when I say this get views, this does. And I hope you can replicate the same. If you need any help with this, just comment down below. I'll try my best to help you with everything, right? And don't forget to subscribe this channel